Hi everyone, I'm back with a quick video. As I'm waiting for this portrait to dry that I am working on, two portraits really, I decided to just quickly talk about something that a friend of mine brought to my awareness yesterday. And there are patterns that we all have when we are on a spiritual journey. We have layers of programming, of wounds that we are healing in layers. It's like an onion. I'm always talking about peeling away the layers of the onion. And sometimes people get the impression that people like us that are talking about this stuff online, that we have peeled all these layers away. We don't have any more like things to work on or triggers or wounds. But that's not true, because healing is not a linear thing. It's a very cyclical thing. We are constantly scraping more of these layers off of the surface until we get to the core of what it is that needs to be healed. And every now and then we're gonna bump into like a new layer of the same pattern that is asking for our attention. So soon I'm gonna be starting a series of 33 videos, really short videos. Every day I'm gonna post one video where I give you advice on how to connect to your past lives, how to connect to other soul aspects is what I like to call them. I don't use the term past lives, but I'm putting it out there because that is how most people relate to the topic. But this is actually something that relates to this whole topic of past lives, Akashic records, soul aspects. We all have, if you're watching this and you are on a spiritual journey, you're going to have stuff in your Akashic records that relates to persecution, judgment, and a witch wound. I have a meditation for that as well. It's called the Witch Wound Meditation. Find it on YouTube or in my Facebook group or on Instagram. And I had the idea that I had pretty much cleared a lot of this witch wound because I am doing this work, because I am very public with this whole thing. I am on the internet. I am supporting myself financially from this work. But now that there is yet another shift about to happen in my life, in 2 weeks I am relocating again, which means a whole bunch of paperwork that needs to be organized, because we are moving in a system. We are moving in a system that is operating where basically we become visible. When we move, when we travel, we become visible to this system. When we relocate, paperwork needs to be in order. And when we really want to step into the spiritual business stuff, we are going to become more visible on paper and all this stuff. And for many people, this triggers fear, and then they don't really know where this is coming from. And often this is coming from past lives where you knew that it was not safe to be visible in this way, to be known as the oracle, to be known as the psychic, to be known as the healer, because this often resulted in being harmed, being killed, being mocked, all kinds of stuff, being excommunicated from society, all these different things. So this is something that is again coming up for me, and it's just interesting because I know that this is something that for a lot of people comes up in the beginning. In the beginning, this comes up a lot, and we go through these layers and layers of healing the same thing. And it is when my friend pointed it out to me, she said, this is what you're doing. You're going through the next layer of the same thing that you've already gone through twice, 3 times. And now you are at the next layer of this. And that completely resonated. So I'm just trying to tell all of you, whether it's this witch wound that you're going through, whether it is something else like an imposter wound. Am I good enough at this work? Is this real? Am I just making it up? All of this stuff. There's different big wounds that I see that keep coming up in the Akashic records for people. And the witch wound is a big one. The imposter wound is a big one. And just know that when you have overcome a layer of this wound and you feel great, you feel, yay, I did it, I'm over this, I reprogrammed it in my mind, I am no longer controlled by these thoughts, these fears, and you go about your life, you do your thing, and then 6 months later or a year later, suddenly you bump into the same thing and you're like, why is this coming up? I thought this was done. We dealt with this. It is because you are now at the second stage, level 2 of the same thing, level 3 or whatever. And that is how we heal. We're not going to be like, floops, this is done, we can archive this, this is over. You're going to go like this. You're going to go like this. And that's just real quick all that I wanted to say. Stay tuned. This could probably be one of the videos of the 33. But this is just a little extra insight, just a little spontaneous video that I wanted to post today. So whether you're going through this similar thing, whether you're going through another block that you have come across before and you're wondering, am I not doing this right? Why is this coming up again? I thought I had healed all of that. Know that this is normal. This is how you heal. You will see these things coming. They're gonna come back. They're gonna come back a few times and you're always going to heal more and more of it. So that's what you are doing right now. So let me know in the comments, what are you noticing within yourself that is coming up again? And how are you responding to it this time around, where you can observe within yourself that you have learned from the first or second or whatever time that this has come up for you? How are you responding differently? Are you recognizing it within yourself? And yeah, let me know in the comments what's been coming up for you. If you want to subscribe to these 33 videos, if you want to receive them in your inbox every day, I'm going to get started with those videos in a few days. I'm just waiting for a few more people to join. I will also be posting them on YouTube. We'll also be posting them on Instagram and my Facebook group. But if you want to get them in your inbox, just send me an email with your email address or go to my Substack page and subscribe there. And yeah, just wanted to quickly post this and let me know in the comments what's been coming up for you. Bye bye.